Hey guys, how's it going? It is Tuesday morning, and today something new is coming into the shop. New, old, old, new, new, old. Anyway, it's the next project. It's going to be here for a while. Uh, when it gets here, it's on its way now, apparently, and should be pulling in the yard any time. And once we get it in the shop, we'll do a little walk around, and there's a bit of a story with it and what's going on with it. It's pretty cool. It's something a little bit different, and you don't see a lot of these things around. It's it's a pretty big project, actually. It's probably going to be here for a couple of months, but it's body and paint job mostly. And but like I said, once it comes in the shop, we'll do a walkabout and check this thing out, and tell you what the plan is. So see you when it comes here. Okay, what do we got going on here? Okay, this will be in here shortly, and then we'll go over it. All right, so we got it in the shop. I'm just gonna roll it on ahead, and we'll do a little walk around and see what this thing's all about. I hope you like it, because it's kind of what I'll be covering for quite a while. So, like it or not, anyway, here we go. All right, that's it for now. I'm gonna move a few things around so I can walk right around this thing, and then we'll check it out. All right, so this is, I believe it's a 56. I'll confirm that later, but it's a Fargo panel truck, and the deal with this is that it's going to be a recreation of a paddy wagon. There's a little town about 10 minutes from here, from my house. It's called Cape Rail. It's an old railway town. Not a lot happens there now, but at one time it was a little bit booming, you know. And so they had their own police station and their own fire hall, a shared building. And Cape Rail is actually making a museum. It's a combination of railway, sort of town history museum. And that building is still standing, and it's in pretty good shape. The jail cell is still in the basement. I checked it out when I went to look at this thing. It's all pretty cool. So I guess, you know, the railway guys would roll into town on a Saturday night after a long trip on the rails, and you know, hit the bar and get a little rowdy. So I guess the town needed a paddy wagon to round these guys up and throw them in the clink for the night to dry out. And so they want to recreate that. Now, it's not the exact same truck. I'm not sure if the real paddy wagon at the time was a 55 or not. 56 maybe. I'm not sure. But it's going to be close enough to represent what they had. Mechanically, this thing is pretty much dialed in. It's got rack and pinion steering. It's got independent front suspension. It's going to be a little 318 automatic. And they're just going to use it for, you know, parades, or it'll be in the museum itself, other town activities and stuff. They have a really good car show, actually, at Father's Day. So, yeah, I'll just grab the camera and walk around. It's a major body job, and it's a panel van. So, you know, we're talking huge, huge panels. And, you know, it's a police vehicle, so guess what color it's going to be? Yeah, black. It should be fine. Nope, gonna be a lot of work. Anyway, I'll grab the camera and we'll walk around this thing. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Big ass dent there, it's dented here. All the welding and stuff, patching has been done. Anyway, there's going to be work on every single panel. So I guess there's trim that goes around here, all these holes. It's been sandblasted, and you can see there we got some wrinkles and fenders. So pretty much every panel needs work. The good news is the top panel up here is pretty good, and that's, you know, that'll be a bitch to get straight. This thing is tall, like it's high, man. Yeah, so we're going black. Wow. He's bringing me the doors probably early next week, the rear doors and the front doors. Apparently the fitment's not the best, so we might have to play around with that a little bit. There's a bunch of work to do down here as well. There's some patching that's been done. Here. A lot of stuff. There is a dent here in that big panel. But I think that's the only spot up high. Most of the work is down low. The doors have been patched, front and rear. Did I mention this was sandblasted and coated in epoxy? So this is epoxy right now. I'm not sure my plan of attack here. I might do the roof first and paint it and then mask it off. And then all I have to do is work from this body line. It's a seam. Work from there down after the roof is already done. Might be the way to go. Because I don't want to have to paint the roof. How are you going to reach over this thing, paint the sides, and not, you know, touch it? So I think the roof separate will be the way to go. Anyway, see, you've got the rear end. The frame is pretty much all dialed in. Fuel tank's in there. Motor and transmission are still at the museum. We're not doing a whole lot with the inside. You know, do the jams. The dash does need to be painted. A lot of stuff here. But it's very cool. So anyway, I can roll this ahead a few more feet. I got him to bring it in nose first, so that I'd have all the room, you know, at the front of the shop to do the parts for the 37 Pontiac and finish it off. Here we get there's the, oop, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, Fargo Trucks. What does it say here? Manufactured by Chrysler Corporation, Canada. So, yeah. Pretty cool. And Vintech's in good shape, actually. And here's your front end. Kind of a Mustang 2 style with the rack and pinion. All the brake lines are already run. Just waiting for the master cylinder to go in. So, yeah. This thing sits high, too, man. It's a big-ass truck. But it's cool. So that's the project. Dash looks like it's in pretty good shape. So like I said, we're not going show quality here, but you know, it's got to look decent. And because it's going black, there's a lot of wrinkles in this thing, man. So I'll be sanding and body filling this thing like crazy for quite a while. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. Wow. I guess we'll just start in one corner and work our way around. So anyway, that's it. That's the project. And like I said, we're going black. Wow. Wish me luck. I'm going to need it. All right. So this one's completely done. There were a couple of spots. There was a deep scratch right around here somewhere. And then there were a couple of little low spots, let's say, about the size of the end of my baby finger. And but they sanded out good, and I don't see anything else that concerns me on this one. This one had nothing so far. All I have is one little spot left. You can see how much darker it is than the rest. That's the guide coat. So for this, if you remember when I was doing the the top of the running boards, I was using a steel block because it's a perfectly flat surface, right? There's not a flat spot on this fender, so you can't use a steel block. You're going to end up putting grooves and marks in it. So you need something a little bit more flexible. This is the kind of material here that I'm using. It's rubber. This is called, it's from a skate tile. And what it is, a buddy of mine gave me a couple of them. They're 42 inches by 42 inches. So I just cut off a chunk, whatever I need on, whatever size I need. And use that. So what they are, they put them in hockey arenas. So that when players step off the ice with their skates, they're walking on this instead of concrete all the way to their dressing room or behind the bench or whatever. So yeah, he gave me 2 of them several years ago, and I've used just a few pieces of one. That's it. So it'll last me till I die. Forever, let's say. My forever. Anyhow, I'm just going to finish up this little piece here, and we'll see. Hopefully this should be hard enough now. Maybe I'll just put something on the sawhorses to between the wood and the running board, a blanket or a sheet or something, and start blocking the tops. All right, so I've been blocking it using my my steel block. Just got a little end left here to do, but I'm liking how it's all a uniform gray color. Tells me it's about as flat as I'm going to get it. So this one's almost done. I'll get on the other one next, and then we can shoot some paint on these things. So real close. It took me, I don't know, 45 minutes just to do this stretch here, but it's coming out really well. Okay, so it took a while, but I'm finally ready. I've just got to wash it down with some wax and grease remover, everything that is, and I've already wiped it down with just water, you know, to get the heavy dust off. So as soon as I get this all wiped down with, like I say, the wax and grease remover, then run the tack cloth over everything, should be ready to spray. I blocked off, you know, spots like this and spots like that, just to keep any overspray from getting on the shiny paint underneath, and the rest should be good. So, you know, I should be able to shoot down a little bit anyway, and most of the overspray will go downward, and yeah, we're ready to give her hell, I guess. I'm gonna pull this out and then drag it over to do the other side after. Problem is the gun wants to hit the sawhorse, so do one side, slide it over, and do the other fender. Anyway, I'm gonna get some cleaning done, and then I'll be back when I'm ready to shoot this thing with paint. Okay, and finally, it is paint time. So let's get to it. Okay, and we're going to do exactly the same thing 2 more times. Okay, so I skipped filming some stuff. Once actually, I actually forgot to hit the button. But anyway, I've got 3 coats on this stuff. This is the 4th and final coat, and everything's looking pretty good. There's a couple of dust specks here and there, but nothing major. Nothing that can't be sanded out for sure. So I'm going to go ahead, lay this last coat on, and we'll call it done. right, we'll let that sit for a bit and then we'll check it out and see how it looks. All right, so there we go. Everything's shiny, shiny. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Fenders look really good. There's a little more dust in the running boards than I'd like to see, but that's what happens when you got a big flat surface. But overall, everything should sand out and be just fine. You can tell by the reflection of the lights. Anyway, there we go. So we'll call these done. It's getting out about 9:30, and I got to get up early tomorrow because I got to go pick up my daughter at university. So I'm gonna be packing her in pretty quick. All right, so yeah, new project in the shop and bunch of parts done. So like I said, I'm heading out to Waterloo to go pick up my daughter from university tomorrow. So won't be another video till, I don't know, probably what's today? Yeah, Thursday. This is Wednesday night, by the way. So I'm going to put this video together, put it on a timer, and have it released tomorrow sometime. When I get back, I've got a big due to go to on Friday, so probably won't have a video till Saturday or Sunday, but whatever. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. I'm pleased with it. I said a little bit more dust than I would like on the running boards, but you know, like I said, big flat surface, it's table. That's where dust will go. Probably would have been preferable to hang the running boards up, but it'll sand out. There's tons of clear on there, so everything should work out just fine. Anyway, yeah, if you like the content, please subscribe, give the video a like, you know, thumbs up, tell your buddies, your chums, and help spread the word. And don't forget to leave comments down below. Tell me what you think, and what do you think of this thing? It's a big ass truck. There's going to be a lot of body work on this thing. You're probably going to get sick of me doing Bondo and whatever, sanding and priming and blah, 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 blah over and over again. But that's the nature of the business. That's body work, man. Anyway, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.